Hey everybody and welcome back. So I bought a new chuck for my lathe. And the reason I did that is I use what's called a cold chuck. It's these guys here. They attach to my original chuck. And that's how I finish off the bottom of a bowl. Some people like them, some people don't. I'm real good with them. But this particular coal chuck set is only good for 8 inches in diameter. And I turn up to 12 inches on a pretty regular basis. So I wanted some flexibility. And it's a bummer to have to change these out all the time. And I'll show you what I mean. This would be my standard chuck. And it's a good chuck. I have no issue with it whatsoever. But for me to replace these guys, I know this is a first world problem, but I've got to undo 8 of these screws and then go ahead and drop these guys in. So, it just takes time, and I'm in the flow, the creative flow. I don't want to mess with it too much. So this is why I went ahead and I bought this Nova chuck set. Now, I haven't opened it yet, and let's do that together. It wasn't an inexpensive set. I think it was about $250. Now, let's see what we have. Maybe. There we go. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so I have a very nice chuck. Yeah, that's beautiful. And this is the plates to my cold chuck, so they mount on like so. And if you can see that there's gradients. So what you do is you install these rubber bumpers to match the diameter of your bowl. Oh, even better. Okay, so we've got two different styles. One would be just the straight rubber bumper, and that's what I've been using. And as you torque these things down, it kind of gets them out of round just a little bit, and that's perfect. But these guys here, they work more like a jam. So you're holding the lip of the bowl to the faceplate here, and that's cool. I didn't know that it came with that, so I'm assuming there's some hardware for it. Yep, right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate how this all goes together, and we'll give it a try. We'll take it on to put it onto the lathe and test it. Well, let's see what all the contents are. Of course, we have our plates, 4 of those. That beautiful chuck that you saw earlier. It's really nicely done. And also what came with it, very important, I don't believe I ordered it. I think they just included it. But you need an adapter to go from my diameter of thread to their chuck. Okay, and it's got a little set screw inside. Looks like that should just simply attach right there. And I'll have to get an Allen screw to back that out, make sure it's not getting in the way. But that's a nice touch that was included, because boy, that'd be a bummer. I can't use it. I mentioned we've got all these rubber bumpers. There's more bumpers. So a total of 3 different bumper sets. That's pretty interesting. That gives me a lot of flexibility. Those are nice. And I've got, oh, there's my Allen key that I needed. And some screws. more screws, and we're going to figure out what those are for. More screws still. And then we've got some jaws, and those simply get mounted like so. That's all nice. Okay. Well, everything looks really top quality. All the parts are here. That's important. I've got my key to make an adjustment on my chuck. For those of you that have never used a chuck before, you're simply either opening or closing the chuck to grip the wood that you're working on. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get this assembled, and we'll get it onto the lathe and see what it looks like. All right. Do me a favor, if you like the content, please click subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks so much. Okay, the million-dollar question is, will it fit? Ah, perfect. Yeah, the thread is just perfect. Okay. Well, I can hardly wait to get this going. I'll be turning a bowl blank here very shortly. In fact, what I've got is kiln-dried curapao. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but it looks pretty interesting. It's a beautiful wood. So, a couple of cons about the coal chuck. Your maximum RPM is 600, and I'm a believer in that. Definitely don't push that. I have had a bowl blank separate from my other coal chuck, and that got my attention very quickly. Thankfully, I was wearing face protection. So, secondly, the complaint about coal chucks is, this would be the bottom of your bowl here, and all of this would be finished, and your finished wood is in contact with these rubber bumpers, and that can leave a mark, that's terrible. So there is a trick, the infamous blue shop towel. So you want to have your wood so it's butted up against the shop towel and not the rubber bumpers, and that's going to prevent any marring, and it will do the job for you. All right, well, I hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed sharing it, and good turning.